I have a long drive ahead of me, so I figured I would take this opportunity to kind of explain to you guys how I got into this position in my life where I have found the need for clarity and serenity. It's kind of a difficult road to have taken, but it is one that I would not change for the world. So about 3 years ago, I have mentioned this before, I left a marriage that a relationship that I had been in for 20 years, and I don't think at the time that I left I understood exactly what I wanted or exactly what I was missing in my life, but I knew that I was not happy. I knew that I had every superficial thing that I really needed for sure, and anything that I wanted I knew was within my grasp. But I wasn't happy. I had a growing business that was successful partially due to the team that me and my ex created together. I had a beautiful home thanks to the hard work of my ex-husband. I had beautiful kids and clients that I loved, and you would think that I didn't need anything else. But at the end of the day, I really was not happy. I wasn't happy with me, I wasn't happy with my husband, and I wasn't happy with my business. I tried hard at every one of those things. I gave it everything that I had, but I still wasn't happy. And for a long time, I kind of just allowed myself to say it's all me, and it's my past and how I perceive things, and just my fault. So I just stayed, and I became content with being unhappy. And I guess it wasn't really a overnight thing. I didn't just wake up one day and go, oh, I'm not happy and I'm gonna leave. What happened is I remembered that my main goal in life is to be happy. And nothing that I was doing was creating happiness for me. I made decisions every single day of my life. I made decisions to wake up and get ready and go to work and give 100% to my business. I made decisions to do things for my husband or my children or even myself. I made decisions all the time. But I was tired of making decisions, and I couldn't understand why until I figured out I was making decisions that were leading to the same feeling, and not decisions that were leading me to anything different. So the first thing that I recognized that I needed to do was make a decision on what I really wanted. And it didn't really have anything to do with not wanting to be married or not wanting a business or not being happy with my children or not being happy as a person. It was more like I just needed to make a decision on what I truly wanted in my life and how I was going to get there. The decision itself was what was so hard, because making that decision, there's consequences to it, knowing that every decision that followed that decision had to support the main decision. So the decision had already been made, but I was not making decisions every day to back up what my primary goal in life was. So I learned this crazy key thing that I had been missing in my life, and that was not just having to make a decision, because I knew I wanted to be happy. I knew that I wanted every day for me to wake up and go, this is where I'm supposed to be, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And every day you can't have that, but you can do things that will make you feel like you're headed in the right direction. And happiness, if that's what you want, is part of that. It's attainable. So anyway, I understood that day that I made that one decision and then threw it up in the air and let everything fall where it may. And all of the other little decisions that I was making every day were not conducive to that main decision. So I figured out the decision itself it's important, but it's not like all of the decisions after it. Because all of the decisions after it are what's going to support it and what's going to actually make it happen. So I woke up and I thought, I cannot continue to make tiny decisions that are not supporting my main goal and what decision I really ultimately wanted. So unfortunately, because I had to change some things in order to reach my ultimate goal, and I continue to have to make decisions so that I can reach that goal. But that ended a lot of things in my life that were not conducive to my main decision. So my decision to be happy included making smaller decisions about not accepting poor behavior from other people in my life, not working 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day and just continuing to work and work and work, not giving myself time off, not being available for myself when I needed it the most. Those were all little decisions that I was making that didn't allow me to achieve what it was that I wanted. So I think that's the first step that I had to take myself, is to understand that even if I've made a decision, a bigger decision, and we have to do that continually through our life, but once I've made that decision, I had to make the smaller decisions, and those were the harder ones. I can't even tell you the hardest decision that I made, smaller decision to reach my bigger goal, was to leave my ex-husband. The decision itself to actually make that move or take that step, that's where the decision became hard. A lot of things happened before I actually made that decision to leave. A lot. And if you follow me, then you'll probably hear a lot of what led up to that. But that was definitely the hardest thing that I have ever done in my life. I did love the man that I was with for 20 years. And at times I loved him more than I loved myself, which was part of the reason why I had to make that decision at the time that I did. So anyway, I just really wanted to start there and share with you the steps that I'm taking and what I'm doing in my life to move forward and create a happy, healthy life for myself. You'll see me doing a ton of hiking, a ton of things outdoors. I love the hot springs that I've been introduced to just recently. And so I'm really excited to share all of it with you. But I wanted to start with my first step and let you guys know that decision one isn't where it stops. It's all of the little decisions that come behind it. And I let go of a relationship. I also let go of a lot of friends. Very shortly after that, I let go of my business. I made a lot of decisions, a lot of little decisions that I knew I had to make in order to reach my ultimate goal. So I'm taking this journey, and sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not so great. But I do know that the decisions that I make every day are going to lead me into that place where I can be happy. And mostly just because I know that I'm making decisions to support it. So I'm going to encourage you all not to go and leave your spouse or do anything crazy, but I'm going to encourage you to make a decision, but then make all of the little decisions that support your big decision. Because if you don't, you're never going to achieve your goal. Whatever it is that you want in your life, you're not going to achieve it if you don't make the small decisions to support it. So I really hope you guys have fun in your life and find the things that do make you happy and find what decision it is you want to make. That ultimate life, that ultimate piece of you that you want to have. So, and I'm not here to judge anybody or what they want. So if you want a mansion and you want a Mercedes or whatever it might be, then make big decisions and make small decisions to support that, and you will get what you want. In my life, I'm choosing that I could drive around a beat up old car as long as I'm able to spend time with the people I love in the places that I love, finding peace. So have fun making those small decisions.